G'day everybody, and welcome back for some more Teal, chill, almost vanilla, space engineers fun in my giant turtle rover, which is actually coming along pretty well. I can't remember what I was planning on doing this stream at the end of last stream. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. In fact, before I do that, I'm going to... I'll tell you what that is in a second. I'm gonna grab this. And given I have now learned more about lightning, let's see. Should I turn off lightning damage? Yes. Broken game mechanic. No. Torture yourself. There we go. Let's see what people say. So I was given a link to a Steam guide. Let me see if I can find it so I can post the link in chat. Which is actually a very well written guide. It was written, I think, with the intent to convince me that lightning was a good thing that you could have some fun with. Unfortunately, it did the opposite and further convinced me that lightning is thoroughly broken. And there's the link for it. And it should just be gone. So looks like most people agree with me that it's broken. Oh dear. Yeah, so if you read through that guide, it's actually a really good breakdown of how lightning behaves in Space Engineers. Why it's broken is that it's literally a timer until the player gets hit. And it's literally a timer until the grid gets hit. It's not actually a random event. It's a randomly timed, definite event. And even more broken, the way it considers grid priority is just bizarre. Like, static grids, then large grids, then small grids, but only for beacons. I mean, only for decoys, and subgrids, lowest priority of all. So it's just broke. All right, that's 79 to 14. I think I'm gonna turn it off. Exit menu, save. Hey, thanks, Max Longhaul, for the 5 months Prime. Height also doesn't matter. It's bad. But that's my lightning rant done. I actually prefer the meteors to lightning. The only downside to the meteors is it causes performance issues, and yeah, that's not great. Yeah, and Enra, I'm sure you remember that conversation because you've seen that conversation elsewhere as well. As I've made that the suggestion for the lightning round of the lightning rant. Exactly, GT Oliver. Worth it, Shadowstar. Worth it. Dumping the meat shields on that. Hey, it's using meat shields for what they're supposed to be used for. Saving my life. Hey, thanks Snipers Maximus for 15 months. Yeah, it's crazy how long some of you guys have been subbed for. It's nuts. Thank you so much. Alright, cool. That means we can get rid of this. And I can make something weird to do to be in this sort of role. Like I can make a waggly tail just for the sake of it. Rather than having to have something there. Did kind of like this, but... So I've gotten magnesium. That should mean I'll be able to do what I was planning before I added this tail. And put an assault cannon turret down. And maybe finish a bit more of this armor to try and drive up to one of these assert observer bases and see if I can take one of them down. Yeah, Exendo, the binoculars mod I actually briefly did, like its early iteration, I briefly did introduce to Wrong Way Up, but it, in those early days, actually was really awkward because it would pop up and affect your viewpoint at times you really didn't want it to. But I know it's been updated. I just haven't had a chance to look at it since the latest update that Climb did to it. What the... Oh, that's crap. Yeah, as in I might want to have a bit more of a complete armor shell before I go and assault a base in my shiny Rover. My shiny Rover with the heavy armor backside. In fact, is that gonna... Oh no, I've been putting heavy armor on the bottom, so the weight distribution issues shouldn't be too dire.
Energy low.
Oh, that's why I was wondering when I got into the game why I'd been processing so much cobalt. Heavy armor. That's why. Because I need billions of metal grids. Also wanted to find silver, didn't I? So I can get better tools. Hey, thanks so much for the 10 gift subs, Drop Dead Brad. Thank you. And then this series is me mucking around in Space Engineers in a mostly vanilla sort of setting, so I haven't done anything to change the gameplay mechanics in any meaningful way other than adding NPCs. So I've got Assert, I've got Reavers, and then I've got just quality of life stuff like build vision. That's it. So it's minimally modded. I have a lot of... Like, I could easily make one mod that does all my simple stuff, like messing with turrets. Oh, no! Oh, damn. I do need to add another mod. Where was it posted? Hang on. Do need to add another one. Hang on. Hang on. So, some of you might have been here for the stream where I was messing with interior turrets. I need to fix that one so I can actually fight an interior turret on foot. So yeah, there we go. Air traffic, Reavers, long-range searchlight, camera stuff, and yeah, it's all mostly visual changes there. What did you folk call it? Because I haven't published my version. Oh well, I'll just use my local version. This is an offline one. Improved interior turrets. There we go. So the improved interior turrets thing, I haven't published to the workshop properly yet. But basically it changes the accuracy of interior turrets back to their pre-Warfare 2 levels. Because Warfare 2 made interior turrets into perfect snipers. Yeah, TFE, I really do need to publish that skybox and this interior turrets mod. As an optional thing to make NPC combat more engaging. Because I, on the Assert builds, use so many interior turrets because they're lower caliber, they don't do as much damage to the grid, which encourages you to use even a small ship to attack them. But with them being perfect snipers, it meant that you couldn't have interior combat with them, so you couldn't go through a base or a ship fighting things, because you just end up getting absolutely destroyed. Where did I put my survival kit? Anyone moved it? Does anyone remember where I moved it to? On the other side? Huh. Where did I move it to? Oh, I didn't actually move it. I thought I moved it, but I didn't. That would explain a lot. Yeah, Wasted made fun of me the other day for the fact that Wrong Way Up now has more numbers of mods than Vanguard does. Which is amusing. Because I have so many little mods that do tiny little things and just do one thing so that I can optionally have them or not. Basically the exact opposite of the way that an Enra does. There's a greater number of mods. Alright, let's finish this roof. Yeah, and Enra, I can definitely appreciate your approach to streamlining mod loading for Space Engineers. I'd like to combine more of mine, but I can't think of logical ways for the things that I've done to be combined. Since I kind of feel like some of them need to be optional. But I'm glad that you have streamlined some of the ones you have. I'm sure there are many, many people who are appreciative of it too, because it does shrink those mod lists. I just wish there was a way, like it'd be really cool if Space Engineers gave us a way to load up collections from Steam, like a Steam collection as a mod list, instead of having to select each individual mod. Because then you could have like your basic set nice and neatly ready to go, and you put those on and then you add your optionals after that. No, Bilbo, I mean the workshop ones, you just open them up and when you start a game you go, I want to pick this collection. And it adds all of the mods from that collection. So basically, instead of say an Enra having to combine all these mods into one core mod that does the things, instead you can have a Steam collection which you can then modify and update and change, and you can have your own and that sort of thing. It'd be kind of nice. Yeah, exactly. A pre-planned mod pack. Alright, we have a roof. Need turret. Where's the spot I'm going to do that? It's going to be here. I should probably call this cargo container survival, because I've built a stupidly large number of small cargo containers. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Anenra. I reckon if I wasn't making my own videos and streams and stuff, I would have 100% used your Modpack on nearly all my games. Because it is very much the style of thing that I used before I did this. But I'm a bit more, I guess I'm a bit more particular on how I do this stuff now. Just because I want to aim for I often want to get a specific type of gameplay. Which means that I get obsessive over the thing, like the degree of control I need to get that and nail it down. Yeah. Yeah, that's... I mean, to be honest, Nenra, the block mods that I've used over the years have pretty much been Ixter's decoration pack. And with the DLC blocks basically replacing Ixter's decoration pack, I don't really have much need for block mods. Like, when Keen added the interior decorative stuff to their DLCs, it was kind of perfect for me because that was most of the block moddy stuff that I've ever used. Like, if you even look back to Survival Maybe, that was 90%, 95% probably of any block mods that were in that save. Just because I've joked about this on stream several times, but I would totally be able to entertain myself. I don't know whether you guys would be entertained, but I'd totally be able to entertain myself by playing The Sims. Because I genuinely enjoy designing interior spaces and building a place that I feel I'm going to live in and all that sort of stuff. Oh yeah, actually, that's a good point. Ixter's would be 90% of the decorative mod. The other 10%, or most of the other 10%, would be Shoustel's catwalks from back in the day. Yeah, that's a very good point, Nenra. Yeah, making mods that make the game have a slower progression through the survival side of things does tend to not be great for streams. Though it is exactly what I've done to myself in Survival Impossible. I didn't actually offload all my stuff. But I did it in a very specific way for myself, knowing what impacts it would have with Survival Impossible. I was trying to force my hand into making forklifts and lifting apparatus and all that sort of stuff to try and make that bit of the game a bit more interesting. Okay, I think we're run out of grids. And to try and make space engineers more about engineering. That's part of it too. Yeah, true, Enra. There wasn't really much to play with at that stage, so I had to make my own. But it seems like a lot more people have started to enjoy that style of gameplay. Particularly, I think, for server play. The slower start, the longer sense of survival mattering, I think is something that appeals to a lot of people. It's trying to find that balance where you have that, but you also have... Oh, hang on. That's so silly. But you also have... what am I trying to say? A balance where you've got a slow progression, but you don't feel like you're just twiddling your thumbs waiting for stuff to happen. Like, I've never slowed down refinery speeds. I'd rather make refineries cost more power, because then you've got to engineer around that, than make refineries process stuff slower, because just waiting for something doesn't really give you that sense of engineering difficulty. Whereas if you've got to deal with some cost associated with it, such as the power or whatever else, then it becomes more meaningful. Go. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no. Okay, that was bad. That wasn't good. As my drills clip through my pistons. The one rule that makes the biggest difference for me is I'm only allowed to build stuff for a single or a few purposes. The way you're forced to build more different things. Absolutely, Anenra. That's a lesson I learned for myself, thanks to, and everyone who knows me should know that how painful this is. Thanks to Capac. Capac taught me that. He always builds to single purpose, and it does make the game much more interesting. Dealing with that. Yes, I do need some lights on the front. I didn't really consider that when I was designing it last time. Maybe I need to change orientation of some things. I think we can start off by... If I can... I wonder how weird it would look there. Don't want to take out that block because that'll stop air tightness. Could sit out the side here. See how that looks. Linking refinery speed to available power. That's an interesting thought. But yeah, I back before, like back in the days of space engineers having not even added infinite worlds yet, so the worlds were all what? Oh man. Huh. I did not realize I'd done that. This goes further out that side than to that side. Oh, of course I've done that. Well, great. Let's pop that there. And I'm contemplating whether that sits there or put it back here. How do these go? Yeah, that's not too bad. I'm not losing too much light from it. And from the front, looks okay. I will, however, need to add some interior lights down near the ground. Must have ground lights. Yep, I'm not going to fix it. I'm going to leave it. Maybe there and there instead. I'm still struggling to find situations where I really want to use these light panels, but I figure this is one where I can mess around with it. Dragged on! Thank you so much for the 25 gift subs! Thank you. Seriously, man, thank you so much. Ground light. Yeah. I went back to old habits. Cool. Right. It unfortunately is nighttime. And that's not a great time for me to go wandering around trying to see if I can find silver. So let's briefly do a capac. Leopard rifle. Delightful. Do a capac, fly into something and die. Yeah, that is one capac thing to do. Man, that spotlight, that search, it really shows everything up. Ooh, 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 I was quite lucky not to run out of hydrogen then. Would have been an annoying walk back. Now, how much magnesium do I have refined? 193. Okay, fair bit. Alright. I need to make some ammunition. Salt cannon shells. No, not disassembling. Assembling. now there should be some in the inventory. I can go and update Easy's inventory manager to include them. Or not. There we go, medium caliber ammo, that's it. $150 rounds should be enough. Yeah, Matcha, this is the vanilla-ish series I started. Reaver Thrasher. I'm glad I've got that turret. In fact, what I should have is the turret added to the control here. Oui. Let's give these maximum range. We got ammo. What have I got the 25mm ammo set to? Maybe I'll increase that. I have not used any of... I don't think I've used any of my weapons at all. In not the last stream, the stream before, I got attacked by Reavers and I kind of kited them away and got them to attack an assert base instead to save my base. Well, everything's kind of okay. Got 2 hours of power. That's less than optimal. Where's my ice at? 2.1 Ks that way. Let's go get some ice. Do I have an engine on board, and is it running? Yes, it is. Hey, thank you so much for the cheers for 1,000 bits, Dravalonic. Thank you. It's been quite a few years since I've been to Switzerland. One of my brothers actually worked and lived in Switzerland for a few years, so I went and visited him. That was back in... What year was that? I think that was 20... So the... I think it was 2016 I went and visited him. Oof, I think my wheels are struggling. Thanks so much, Matcha. Well, I mean, it's not just the home of Oktoberfest. Well, I presume we're talking about Germany now. It's also the home of Gamescom. That I hope to somehow eventually go to. Do I have full power? Let's drop this to 6.5. Let's increase the friction. And I'm going to modify my mid wheels to have a little bit of steer. Steering on, and let's go down to say 5 degrees. No. Though, as I've previously threatened, once once I have some sort of confirmation that I'm going to make my way back to Europe at some point, I will attempt to make it so attempt to find out if I'm allowed to use Rosetta Stone to learn German on stream. just so you can all experience that pain. It may be too heavy with all my stone to be able to get anywhere. Oh no! Scraping? Nope. Are you Swiss as well, Matchet? Come on. Come on. Come on, you can do it, truck. You can do it. Oh, that was the other thing I need to think about. I'm well aware there's more about Germany than Oktoberfest. It's just... Oh no. Is that me? No, that's going to be someone else. I'm well aware there's more to Germany than Oktoberfest. I've been to Germany. I loved Berlin. Screaming Reavers. I mean, I did also then, while in Berlin, do something that was very stereotypically Aussie tourist. Drink too much and hurt myself. The German doctor in the emergency department was highly amused by me, so there is that. I'm curious how many people in chat speak German, because there are more specifically people in Germany that watch the videos than there are Australians, but then there's a whole bunch of other German-speaking countries in addition to that, but it's hard to track. Which is why I think it'll be hilarious for me to try and learn German on stream, because so many of you can speak it. And it's why our Discord well, Capac is part of the reason for this as well. But it's why our Discord has a German-speaking channel. Which seems to be very self-moderating, because I never hear any issues from it. Should try Google Translate on it at some point and see how well it works. Come on, truck. Squish those trees and get some movement. Yeah, Odin Lord. These all go up on the YouTube afterwards, eventually. Sometimes there's a bit of a delay for one reason or another. Sometimes I don't put these streams up because I've got something happening on my main channel and I don't want to kind of publish something on both channels at the same time. It seems self-defeating. I'm entirely navigating by fog. I cannot see anything in these headlights. Oh, that's a big hole. That's a big hole. That's my hole. There we go. Now, how are we going for stone clearance? Oh. It's gone. Okay. Cool. That means I should have gotten rid of most of my mass. Oh yeah, I've lost like 500... I've lost like 500 tons in the drive over here. Nice. So much cobalt to refine though. It's gonna take years. Need another hydrogen engine somewhere. There we go. Matcha testing out the new commands that I added last night. Putting a YouTube command in with Nightbot and a Discord one. So I felt like enough people had asked me to put those in that I was like, oh yeah, I probably should. And while I was watching Capac stream and people were asking him to do it, I went, oh yeah, I probably should do it now. That would make some sense. I feel like I put that engine in a really weird and not ideal spot. I know what I was going for, which was the engine overhead. But I want to do that way now. Where shall I put more engines? I think here's going to be a good spot. Like put a twin, like a pair of them there, off these cargo containers, without them being exposed on the roof. Yeah, I thought some people might like the mods one that I put in. Mods command gives a nice little thing that says, I'm sorry, I don't have a mods command, basically. Yeah, I think I do my best to stream at a time when people from Europe and North America and at least people who wake up in the morning in Australia can watch. But it is hard to find a good balance between all of the different time zones and what's going to work for different people in different places. But yeah, I think I like to believe that my getting up in the morning is worth it to help people from Europe be able to actually watch some of this. That's why I've always streamed relatively early Australian time. Two extra engines going. I reckon my tanks are going to be getting empty. That's not the screen I want to look at. No. Really? Huh. I still have ice. Oh, I do. Still have a moderate amount of it too. Cool. What's my best way to transition these? Which of these blocks is going to look alright? You know what? I don't think I'm going to use that. I think I'm going to remove these. I just realised I did half. Oh no! Oh no, I detached my important solar panels. Whatever will I do without their power at night? Pause that. What the heck just happened? I just hit F8. I did. Pause for habit to say cheeky things like that because Capac's normally around. And I'm going to break this side off as well, aren't I?
Inventory full.
Yeah, I am. I'll replace them. They're a nice safety net, I guess. I think stylistically they work for this Rover too. Yeah, Rob Dog, I've been attacked. I skillfully redirected them elsewhere. Wasn't cheesy at all. Nope, never. Hey, thanks CPW. Glad you like the teal. Hey, thanks on Fluffy Dave. 13 months. Thank you. Cool. I need to think about how I'm going to get up onto this upper deck so I can get into the crane, into the drill arm. That I hadn't really been contemplating. What's going to be... Probably somewhere at the rear here is going to be the best spot, because then I won't get anything that gets in the way of the arm itself. Hey, thanks for 2 years, Pale Flames. Displacement. It is IMAX. This is not camouflage. This is forest camo, I think it's called. Woodland camo. That's what it is called. That'll look alright. Just that little bit of cut in. Dragnon, it still feels weird to me this day that I have enough people that want to watch what I make that I can do this as my job. I hope that feeling never goes away. I hope it always feels weird. I hope it always feels like a little bit special as a result. I don't really want it to feel every day. I'm sure at some point it kind of will, but I hope I remember what it felt like to have a job that I'd burnt out on and really, really didn't like and was stuck in with zero creativity. Because, let's be honest, you don't want a creative healthcare worker. There's a reason you're not creative in those jobs. It's kind of not safe. You don't want this person who goes, oh, how about this time I just try? It doesn't really work. Yeah, you know what? The evidence says I should do this, but my heart and, you know, I've just been doing that so much. I want to try something different this time. That's not a good look. So, it's understandably lacking in the creativity department, but I'm still... It still kind of it got to me over time. Hey, superglue is the way to go. Years ago,
energy low.
had a fairly decent cut in my hand, and my GP at the time just GP would be your like local doctor. Just washed it out and just glued it up, which shouldn't have worked, but somehow did because it was on the palm of my hand, and it probably should have stitched that, but you know, no side effects. Got lucky, I guess. So that's the kind of side down here that I wanted to do. Might even leave the slopes out of that bit over the wheels. And do the same here. Pop in 2 pull blocks there. Just leave those chunks out. And I'll put a bit of plate over this to make me feel like this. That's not so silly. Yeah, Deska says, when your healthcare provider says, with a theory, I kind of want to try this thing. I mean, to be fair, sometimes that is how it goes, for legitimate reasons. But in general, it's not a creativity-fueled line of work. I'll deal with how that transitions later. Kind of want to leave these pipelines exposed, even though I know it's a bad idea in other ways. I think it'll look nice. Especially with a little dip down to them. Some sort of thing like that along here too. That'll look interesting. Yeah. Your dog ever sit and stare at you for 45 minutes straight because she knows it's 45 minutes to treat time? No, my dog tends to go a little bit bananas as she realizes it's getting close to dinner time. She just starts going a bit wild, grabs her toys, throws them around, jams them into you, just does anything to get your attention. But doesn't just sit there and stare. Indeed, the only difference between exposed conveyors and hidden ones is how long it takes the enemy to shoot through them. It's true. Sometimes you want it to take a bit longer though, I guess. But to be fair, I've got this giant drill rig on top that's probably a lot more delicate than this slightly exposed conveyor line. And also a lot more painful to replace than that conveyor line. So probably shouldn't worry too much about the extra things that I add that aren't particularly well protected. Yeah. Yeah, I like these greebles. I think they're gonna work out alright. And I realize I still haven't worked out a way to get up on the roof. It's actually gonna be kind of tricky because I did want to keep this thing airtight. I might need an airlock at like interior ground level and then a ladder that's exposed to the outside to climb up here. Because it's really hard to do vertical airlocks in Space Engineers. Alright, let's think about this. I could move the ore detector and put it in there. Like if I put a sliding door there and one here, should... Yeah, I've got enough blocks I'd be able to walk around it, which again deviates my paths, makes them not so straight. I could then move this. And I'm sure there's somewhere I can fit that in. Must replace it before I forget to. And everyone legitimately gets upset with me because I haven't done it. And I'm wandering around searching for stuff, but I can't find anything because I didn't actually have anything I could find it with. Let's go, yeah, we'll go there. So vertical using the doors like this would not allow me to climb up it if I don't have a jetpack, and I kind of like to plan around no jetpack for this stuff. Then, which passageway should we use? I think this one. Could use the side, like that, as well. Since it's going to be exposed to air anyway, it doesn't matter if I can see the refinery. Yeah, look at that. Wait, no. Idiot. No, what are you doing, Splitsy? You need to have a ladder in there. This doesn't work. Ah. What am I doing? Oh yeah, range on the ore detector, thank you. Right. How do I do this? I'm gonna have to move the gyro. Hey, thanks, Dookie Weld. Yes, ladder technology has been used for a long time. Ladder technology in Space Engineers is a bit awkward, though. I always find it awkward to try and get it to work. Oh, my O2 bottle ran out. That's a bit sad. Oh no, I should probably just... I don't have an O2 bottle. Probably just open my... No, where'd my bottle go? Dang, script stealing my bottles. I was planning this around having thrusters on the back. So I don't really want to take up space on the back for ladder. What if... What if this? Let's see if this can work. As I keep trying to just fill in time while it's nighttime, doing things that are useful on the build. Yeah, that looks horrible. Not that way. What if this? Unsure. So if that's where I have my ladder, could then do... Oh no, that doesn't... I don't like it either. I don't have quite enough... I don't have quite enough space to do this neatly. What about in my other airlock? Did I end up putting... I didn't end up putting a vent in my other airlock, did I? It just expels all the air out. Yeah, I lose it all. What's above that? Oh. Stuff. Yeah. Nuts. That doesn't work. Oh. I have an idea now. What if I have a stairway going up the outside? The stair is orange because I wanted it to be orange. Because I like the contrast of the orange against this teal-y colour that I've been using. So, we go with that. It's doorway out this, and then we have a... Sliding hatch doors don't help me here. Oh, I could even do this, actually. 2 doors back to back here. And then have the stairs come off there. Yes, Nuki Beld. What about over there? The joys of trying to get directions with a stream delay. The number of times that's come up. I think I'm going to have to make that armor. I think I can get away with making that anything else. Yeah, I could just have 3 stairs in a row like that. Admittedly, there is a downside to it, which is that the turret will block me from having any sort of railing bit at the top, so maybe we'll do this instead. Oh, hang on. I'm just going to try something. I don't think this is going to work, but I want to try it. Where's the one with the windows? Just thinking, like, so that you're undercover when you're underneath the turret. See how it looks, because I can easily replace that with a catwalk. And then it'll be... In fact, we could do 2 of them, and then... stairs. Just for something different. I know there's no floor. I'm going to put some armor blocks under there. That's okay. Because that's actually where this is full block on... That's where the sorter is on the other side. And then... this would normally go back... This is going back like that on the other side, except this actually doesn't come out as far on this side. I think. Oh no, it does. How did I do that bit right and I did the other bit wrong? I just didn't go as far out between these 2 wheels. Weird. That may get adjusted. I'm not going to say fixed, but adjusted at some point. Then we go with... what shall I do? What shall I use? Maybe this. I think that's going to look interesting. I don't know that this is going to look good, but I think it'll look interesting. It's yet another little piece of asymmetry on the build. Shock. Hangars on large grid ships for building other things are always going to be massive. The only way you can really avoid making a hangar massive is making it so that the hangar immediately opens to the outside and there's no room for maneuvering inside. As soon as you... like, for me, if I was designing a large grid ship to fit small grid ships inside these days, I would just have little launch tubes and the vehicles sit in there if I wanted them to be internal. So you don't have a large internal hangar where they have to move and navigate through it, because that creates a whole lot of wasted space. Instead, you just have something that is just exactly the size of the vehicle you're building. I think that's realistically the best way to go about it. Now, how to put floor on this while also having that direction of ramp. I didn't really think about that part. Maybe I just have to go with a solid block there. And we'll go armor panel. That was going to be full armor cubes in there. No, I can go there. So we go through our wasteful airlock. And yes, I did just say wasted space in legitimate conversation. Yeah, I kind of like the going through a tunnel bit. Feels different. I like it. Odinlord, hopefully someone will be able to eventually make something that does some of the stuff that Stationeers does that's cool, and some of the stuff that Space Engineers does that's cool. I think I know why there hasn't been a game that does that yet, though. That being that such a game would be a little hard for a lot of modern hardware to run. I want these to be that style of window. I think I do. I think I like that look. Yeah. And now I've got a whole bunch of welding to do. Oh. Just looking at this bit with the, let me get that out of the way, with this pipe, and deciding whether I am happy with it or if I'm going to cover it. Probably going to cover it up. But might do something to try and add a little bit of decoration. Yeah, we could do something like that. The days when I can't remember how to rotate things. That one. Just going to put this as a little patch, and I can paint this a different color then, and we can have a bit of extra interest once I do the painting. So I think I'd enjoy a game that combines some of the intricacies of Stationeers and Space Engineers. I think I'd probably still come back to a game like Space Engineers from time to time because I'd want something that's a bit less stressful sometimes. I think the wiring in Stationeers might be a bit overwhelming for a game like Space Engineers where you build on this scale. Yeah, Black Armor, I've never done this before with the industrial cargo container. I just saw the shape of it and went, yeah, that little divot in the armor will fit in quite nicely, and it'll kind of make it all, it'll integrate it in a nice way. I'm quite happy with how it worked out. It's probably something I'll use more. Hey, Dan. The... yes, an error. I can barely see the shape with the color and the style. The joys of camouflage. Ooh, the sun's going to be coming up soon. Yay. Oh, stand up here. I think I got a screenshot last time, but I don't remember it being one I was super particularly proud of. Let's go screenshot now. And hopefully remember to publish the thing on the workshop today. Alright, since the sun is coming up soon, I should probably get in and do the drilling of the ice. I can drive away with the ice. It's the first time I've been able to actually just walk up to this thing. Extend. Maybe like that angle will be alright. Maybe a bit higher. Yeah, that looks alright. And on. I think the pistons are extending. Yes, they are. In their very slow fashion. What are you hiding from, attackers with good taste? He's not hiding. The planet is sandy tan, the large rover is large gridded teal. The only thing missing is a continuous siren, really. Wow. I mean, you're both not wrong, but I reckon I can make this teal look good eventually. You just gotta have some faith. It's a challenge. Also, yes, while in the middle of a conversation, I did just manage to not die from falling just then. There we go, that speeds up the process. The only way to make teal look good is to paint it another color. What did I call this? I called it something just before I started streaming today. I know we had a name at the end of last stream though, but for some reason it wasn't there. I've just called it the Teal Terror for now. Am I going to drill the tree? I don't know. I might miss the tree, I'm not sure. Sort of wishful thinking led to the 1980s. Oh wow, that was a good one. Oof. another vent on there just for the sake of it. Why not? Let's do it. Decorative vent incoming. Hey, I do think there is potential for teal. I think it can look good if it's used sparingly, but I'm using it everywhere, partially just to get used to seeing it everywhere. So that's wrong. That's not what I want to do. Yes. That's not right either. No. Huh. Maybe I do want to do that. Nah. So the way that I've set up this drill is the pistons are all just moving really, really, really slowly. Their hinge on the head reverses based off these sensors detecting the subgrid of the piston above it. And then it just very, very slowly inches forward. Yeah, the orange accents will be used to break up the teal like I've done inside, but I'm also planning on bringing a bit of the 70s back with brown being my base tone. So the it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be something. That's what it's gonna be. Something. Yep, bringing back that 70s brown. I honestly don't know why I went with teal to begin with. I think I just picked a color and went, yeah, that's nice and bright. And sometimes I just like an aesthetic challenge. Which is why I like doing those assertive cargo ships build streams where I was modifying other people's designs. It's an aesthetic challenge to try and bring something that isn't your normal style into something that looks right in the same space as your normal style. So I like it. Oh, it was teal or Capac orange. That's right. You guys chose teal. I mean, I didn't give you great options, but it still was chosen. I think this thing's like 1.2 million or something. It's probably more now that I've started mining again. I gotta make sure I don't run out of cargo space. Plenty, good. In fact, large cargo, how is it looking? As long as it's empty, it's fine. How are we doing for ice? Pretty good. Pretty good. Was it teal and purple? I don't remember. It was clearly too many weeks ago and I've already forgotten. Because of other things going on. There may have been 3 options. Yeah. Yeah, I might have skewed the vote by having more than 2 options. been too long. I don't remember. No, there were. I never used bits for the votes. I give channel points for the votes. I never use bits. I haven't had anything I wanted that I felt okay about using bits in a vote for at this stage. Makes me feel a little uncomfortable. There might be circumstances where I wouldn't, but it does for this sort of stuff. Bits are a thing on Twitch that allow you to give sort of like throwing in a tip for a busker on the street is the concept. Except Twitch takes some of your money before you get to give it to the busker / streamer. No, it's not pay to win. Oh yeah, I guess in a poll like that it could be pay to win, but it is pay to win. It's because I use channel points in them a lot of the time, just because I'm like, yeah, why not use up some of your channel points. One thing I am always going to try really hard to stick to is never creating an equivalence between channel points and bits. What I mean by that is I don't want to create a situation where something you can buy with channel points can be bought with bits. Because then I'd feel uncomfortable about the Twitch predictions feature being genuine gambling rather than pointless. Let's have some fun. Like just rather than it just being a silly thing. I wouldn't feel comfortable about that. Yep, another hover bush. I think I'm trying my best to create a planet of hover bushes. I've created almost 2. That one's sort of. That one. And the last mining thing I did here too. Yeah, exactly, Nez the First. The channel points are things you get for just watching. You do get more if you're subbed, but you do just get them for watching. Which is why I see them as something silly to play around with, not as something with inherent value. You should just have fun with them. Okay, the large cargo container is getting full. But looks like I've still got quite a few small cargoes that can be filled. Okay, when I say quite a few, I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I might need to stop. Otherwise I'm going to be destroying ice. Let's... switch the pistons off. Capuval, I don't use Streamlabs because I don't like Streamlabs. That's kind of what it came down to. I tried it and I went, no, I don't like this. The first part is silent there. As somebody already... fair enough. I will try to remember that. And just say Ness. Ah! Odin Lord, it, probably... As I avoid a topic I don't want to bring up. Master Chief, I just use OBS for my streaming. OBS on my stream PC through my AVerMedia capture card. And I'm glad I paid for it back when I was working full-time, mixer for the audio. Because it's an awesome mixer, but... Whew, it's pricey for a mixer. That's what you get for German engineering. Well, that's what you pay for German engineering in Australia. Unload, I don't think that topic is controversial per se. I think it's more... I like my content to be a place where you can forget about some of those troubles for a bit and just be distracted. Just about having fun. It is one of those things, like Capac and I talk heavy politics stuff when we're just before and just after a stream quite often, because we do like to talk about and discuss such things. But when we're streaming or playing games, usually we just want to talk about the game and talk about fun stuff. Oh yeah, fun stuff like how Capac died. That's always fun, right? For everybody. It's fun for the whole family. The number of cargo containers I've got weirdly lacking cargo access in some areas because I've done such a good job covering them up. I like how the shape of this rover is coming together. It's still fairly blocky, but that's kind of the nature of things when you're trying to build between straight lines of wheels. I think there could have been an argument earlier on to try and bring the middle wheels in, just to do something different. So they're a full block in from the front and back ones, but might be enough with this. Dragnon Capac seemed to enjoy Core Keeper, but I think... But he said it's kind of the game that he would only want to play with me rather than on his own. And I totally get that. I definitely enjoy playing it more with him than on my own. But that's true of a lot of things for both of us. We are so lucky to be able to play so many games together that anytime we play something, that's always in the back of our minds. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Master Chief. I don't know, that's exactly true of Rocket League, TFE. It's definitely more fun with Capac than without him. I get so much more angry at myself when I'm playing on my own. Oh, I'm getting very close to... how many hours do I have in Rocket League now? 1,428. Oops. No, DE, I don't have any plans to return to Atlas. I have too many other projects I'd rather put my time into, and I feel like I would have to invest too much. I'd have to invest too heavily to play on a server for any sort of multiplayer survival game. It's not specifically necessarily an Atlas thing, it's just a general playing on a server thing. It's such a massive investment of time that I'd rather put that time somewhere else. Right. Let's look into this thruster thing, because I do need to think about it. It's probably going to require a bit of rework. I'd like to go with Atmo thrusters, even though they're not particularly powerful. I should probably go a mix of Atmo and hydrogen. Like, I'm thinking hydrogen ones on the backs of these. And then maybe we could at least get some small Atmos on the outer bits. I mean, for something this heavy, I kind of almost need to have large. That would make it... I either have to sit it high or risk it getting smacked on the ground, or maybe I sit it high. Let's try this out. Let's just see how it looks. Oh, the ammo will give me reason to do refueling, because I'm staying mobile. I don't really have a good way of getting lots of power other than the hydrogen and running the engines. Yeah, Black Shadow, I'd been thinking about side thrusters, but then I put all these wheels on. I didn't really leave any room for them. I'm gonna do things a bit differently to how I did for Escape from Purgatory, and I will not be... At least, I wasn't intending to take off from a running start. Also, in this case, I don't have lag, so if anything goes wrong, I've got more chance to react. It's not foolproof, but I have more chance. Alright, let's put those there. Oh, need another block. I think is it going to just stick out too far? That's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, actually. It does stick back a fair way, but kind of... Huh. That does stick back a little too far, I think. And annoyingly, that's as far forward as it can go because of the suspensions. Like, it's occupying that block there. I feel like there's still a bit of a chance, because that's a... what? From the contact point of the wheel up to there is only... like... that angle. It's not very steep. I can see myself smacking them. A little bit, Capyville. It does feel a little bit weird putting thrusters on a Rover, but it's... I mean, I did it heaps back in the day of Capac and I playing Survival Unlikely. It's not that weird. It's just been a while. How are we going for stone? Have I processed a lot of it? Okay, we can extend the pistons again. Oh, build them blocks below with blast doors or something. Yeah, actually that could look kind of cool too. Yeah. That's probably a bit further than it needs to be, but say here. And then that. Because that will, I think, be what hits before the thruster does. Yeah, I kind of like that. Is that actually providing me a proper attachment too? I can get rid of these. Yes, it is. So what I was thinking I could do now that I've stuck those so far back is I can... because I don't want to have hydrogen tanks exposed on the rear, I could put O2H2 gens across here. And then... I think I've got enough thrusters with just 3. I could put engines like that. And then put these on just for a little extra kicker. I wouldn't have prime number of wheels if I put an extra wheel on. Because I have 9 then. Yeah, I kind of like this. I'm going to do this. It means I can remove some of the engines that are inside, which is good. And yeah, so we'll build those up and then figure out how to armor around them, because I find it quite hard from the outset. doing them. Let's grab all the ice. The O2H2 gens first. Black Shadow, feel free to hit me up whenever you need to. And that other thing we were talking about, I'm still trying to find the right format for it, and then I'll let you know straight away. Hope you get some good sleep. Ah, yes, the vagaries of talking about stuff on stream that you don't want to give away. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, I can't actually access those from there. That's what I'm doing. I thought for a second I might have been able to access the O2H2 gens, but I can't. Figure if I can get the hydrogen thrusters built, I've at least got a little bit of extra oomph to push up a hill. And they'll take a lot less time to build than the Atmo thrusters, because they're going to take for ages. Forever. For ages? They're going to take forever. And might even be worthwhile trying to figure out how to stick a welder on for, actually. Maybe I'll do the blast door blocks on top as well, Matchup, but I'm not sure. I don't want them to obstruct the firing angle for the assault cannon. There we go. How long really will this take? Ooh, that's what I need to do. I think I've only got it set to create a few hundred motors. Motor, 250. Let's change that to that. I know that's a bit silly in the future, but for now I think it's best that the motors get built. Gonna need a red light on the front that goes to side to side.
Fuel low.
Yeah.
Fuel critical.
I'm really happy with how this is working. And that's full. Tank. Ah! Ow! Stupid. Tank not filling my... bottle not filling my thing. Suit. Yeah, I think I will pipe up some temporary welders for the thrusters because it's just going to be annoying. Right, so for this one, easy. Let me just go with this. Nope. And stick a welder on there. I don't know how I didn't die there, Eisen. I don't know. I'm hoping, though I fully anticipate it's going to be a struggle. I'm hoping that I can actually I should keep that off for a sec. I'm hoping that I can get this thing to space with the drill still on it, because I just think that'll be cool. Having the drill still on there and flying up to an asteroid and then drilling it with that thing, I think that's fun. That's silly, ridiculous fun. How did I not die just then? Because you're not Cap. I mean, you're not wrong. Capac doesn't die, he repositions himself. I'm sure he wants people to believe that. Alrighty. Welding up the 2 engines without having to do it myself. Thrusters, not engines. How's the drill going? Drill is done. Alright, good. It's wasting daylight. Okay, back to the original speed. And off. And off. Give it a little wiggle and flip on top. This is actually pretty quick to control. There you go. Nice. See you, Madger. So much bouncing. Closest is to being built. Getting there. Right. I should be able to find silver and gold on planet. So let's go hunting. First off, thrusters. Hydrogen. Forward. Thrust. Atmo. Forward. Thrust. Let's turn that off. Okay, which direction can I go in? I'm going to go near that research base. I think there's a chance the version that I'm playing with... Wait, am I playing with the public version or my version? There's a chance this research base won't send a drone after me, so I'm going to go for it. Let's see how much these thrusters help. Actually a bit. Yeah, they really do help. Cool. What the? No! No! My heavy armor! It did nothing!
Inventory full.
Oh, that's the worst possible thing that could have happened. Did I lose my cargo? Did I lose my assembler? Assembler still intact? It's still intact, okay. I have a bit of a plan here. Hopefully these don't get deleted before I get to enact the plan. There's cargo. Oh, it's probably going to be better over here. What happened was the heavy armor got destroyed and then blew up the cargo container in the middle. I bottomed out on that tiny little hill. And I appear to not be able to connect my cargo through the middle. Where's the cargo access over here? Wait, no. No, I think the assembler is dead. I might be in a big, big spot of bother here. No, the assembler's fine. Where's the electrical stuff coming from? Oh, the speed modules. Oof, this is going to be painful to fix. I think I might lose a huge amount of resources with this too. Please tell me cleanup is off. I usually have it off. I don't feel right about doing a reload because that's sort of possibly my fault. I should have seen that bit and driven more slowly. I'd just gotten a bit carried away with the whole, oh, I can drive fast now because I've got thrusters thing. See what I can get. All my components were in this bit, annoyingly. Are there any on the ground? There's some down there I can see. Detector component.
Inventory full.
There's some interior plate. Let's place those in. What I'm trying to do is quickly build up a large cargo container so I've got space to dump all that stuff that's there without it getting destroyed. Then once I've done that, I can assess the damage and repair what I can. And replace it. And then drive more carefully in the future.
Inventory full.
Yeah, Izzy's will be trying to replace it, assuming Izzy's is not destroyed, because it was in that vague area. A tiny hill is what broke this. Alright, let's see what we can get from the assembler now. Need a quick way through. Hopefully it's got enough of those motors. Yeah, I'm aware of the lifted suspension mod. This is intended to be a mostly vanilla thing, so I'm not super keen on adding a mod like that. Because I feel like that feels very not vanilla. Now, am I out of nickel? Might be. I may have to scavenge some motors from somewhere. Probably the giant thrusters on the back. Okay, now. Start grabbing this stuff.
Inventory full.
Did I lose my... No, I didn't lose my
Inventory
refinery.
full.
It's still intact. Or it's... the block is still there.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
This is going to be a lot of back and forth.
Inventory full.
As I try and dump this into whatever available cargo I have. That's not me.
Inventory full.
I'm not aware of any mods that replace the inventory full
Inventory full.
voice. Oh no!
Inventory full.
Can someone remind me, assuming this doesn't take too long, to, after I've collected all this
Inventory
stuff,
full.
what I want to do is actually go back and load one of the backups to get a blueprint
Inventory full.
so that I can just use a projector, because I'm pretty confident I'll miss some of the
Inventory
conveyor
full.
linkages otherwise. Ah, actually no, stuff it. I will deal. I'll deal.
Inventory full.
Might be an opportunity to
Inventory
improve
full.
things.
Inventory full.
Oh, so much ice. I want the ice though, I don't want to throw it away.
Inventory full. Inventory
Aha,
full.
that's accessible.
Inventory full.
It's going to save a bit of time. Not much I can fit in there.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
Oh boy.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Yes, suit lady. My inventory's full.
Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory full. Inventory.
This is not a custom
full.
scenario. This is just standard old
Inventory
pattern.
full. Inventory 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 full.
No, actually, no, that's not a good idea. I was about to say, I wonder if I could set up a drill here to drill this 998,000 ice to pick it up. I don't know that that'll
Inventory
work.
full. Inventory full. Inventory full.
And a collector might delete the bits that it can't collect of it. I don't know how
Inventory
collectors handle
full.
stuff that's too big for their
Inventory full.
cargo capacity.
Inventory full.
Yeah, Taz, I might do that. That's a good point. That doesn't feel like cheating. That just feels like saving pain. Let me just clean up the bits that I... See if I can find anything.
full.
But what I might do for this, since it's 989,000 ice, I may just delete it and creative spawn it into my cargo
Fuel
rather than
low.
doing this by hand, which is probably horrible for you guys.
Fuel critical.
Nope. How do I get to the hydrogen tanks? Sits on top and is not collected. Until there's room? Actually, I'm going to try and use the collector, and we'll see if we can manage to get it to do something. And if we can, great. If we can't... Oh. A bit of magnesium powder. And if we can't, then I might use the creative mode way of doing it. A large steel tube somewhere up here that I bet have rolled away and are now lost. Lost to the sands of Pertum. Alrighty, collector time. I wonder how close I need to get the collector. And how close I can get the collector as well. Oh, did I pick up the large steel tubes already? Good job, Splitsy. Good job. Disassembling. Oh. That'll hopefully at least give me enough for those motors I need. Alright, let's try this. See if it gets close enough. I'm guessing it's not going to be close enough. Also, I swear I just picked up those. Mustn't have actually clicked with my middle mouse. Oh! I'm connected to is broken. Push it closer with the piston. Oh yeah, good call. Good call. I will do that. As I repair that cargo container and then probably have to remove it anyway. So that one's damaged too. Can I drag this anywhere else? That one's already full. Fantastic. I have to repair this one too. How many more of these am I going to have to fix? Oh man, so many of these are smashed. Oh, that's not good at all. I'm going to have to get in behind there. Have you got anything in you? Yes, you do. You're full of ice. How about you? You're full of ice and stone. Great. Oh yeah, rotor and an offset might be enough to push it a bit closer. Though I'm not sure I'll be able to get it on the end of it. I'm going to have to like grind out part of the floor and it's going to get interesting. I mean, DE and I literally agreed during the last Wrong Way Up that this stuff, like this repairing things, is one of the parts of Space Engineers that it excels at. It's weirdly fun to do. Which is also a great reason why now everything's gone wrong for me. Is there anywhere I can move this to? That one's full, that one's full. Full. That one's full. Alright, where's the link so that I can get over to the large cargo on the other side? This, I think. Still flames coming from something around here. From you. Yep. I need to get up to the top. Okay, that should have been everything I need to repair this. Nope, that's not what I was looking at. What's this? Okay. Is that now connected? Can I now get to large cargo container? No. Where is this broken? We've got cargo container, O2H2 Jan. Going to, let's get rid of this. Going to cargo container. I think I... Going to cargo. Cargo. There's an O2H... There's a cargo container... No, wait. There's a cargo container in there that I bet is the one that's broken. Let's try... see if I can fix it with this. Oh yeah, I did a real number on the internals this time. Yeah. Nope. Oh. Nope. I'm gonna guess that I'm gonna want pretty much everything that it takes to build a small cargo container. And if I put that in the welder, it should repair the bit that's missing. So let's add that to my build planner. Let's see what I can get. How many bits? Disconnected parts. Yeah, so the reason I was willing to take a chance and use the heavy armor is because one of the things that was supposed to have been fixed in Warfare 2 was the block deformation destroying blocks behind it. It looks like I completely destroyed the armor blocks on the bottom though, so that might be why I ran into problems. Because I might have actually hit the cargo container, or the damage for some reason went through as a result of me having done that much damage. Okay, as far as I can tell, this should be working now. But it isn't. Why? Where am I still broken? That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. So we'll go inside and we'll chase it back on that side and see if I can spot anything. Ooh. The welder's used up all of that stuff that I dumped in it. Wonder if it's repaired more than just... Wonder if I need to go and do that again. We'll do it again. Alright, and grab the bits you can. Well, that's handy. Take those and put those in the assembler. Yeah, I might have to open up the top a bit. I'm trying to avoid doing too much more damage to it. Or adding things that are unnecessary because something in there is still broken. But at the moment, there's actually only one small cargo container that's not intact. Interesting. And is that one I can find? Let's see what happens when I do this. Those have gone somewhere. I don't know where. I don't have an antenna on the grid, so show on HUD won't do anything for me in terms of identifying the missing bit. Large cargo. Still not connected. Alright, we're gonna have to tin can this sucker. There might have been cargo in there at some point. Because do these O2H2 gens actually connect to each other? They don't. Ah. There were cargo containers down here that I've lost. That's where we're wrong. I think the smarter place to put the thing to do the link will be in here. Yeah, it is an issue with the using lots of junctions or small cargo containers instead of using long tubes, because the long tubes, at least you know whether a whole segment is out or not. But I mean, I'm clearly using the cargo capacity, so... Let's see if this is connected up now. Yay! No, that's collector. No, it's not. What? How? Is this still broken? Oh. The one I was thinking I was welding but didn't actually get welded. Delightful. That was the one I thought the welder was getting. Alright, now we're connected. Surely. Yay! Alright.
Energy low.
So, now we need a piston. And then we use the collector to pick up the massive the massive boulder of ice. And hope that the rover doesn't tip over when I do this. It's not going to let me place the collector on the head. I don't think it's going to. Oh, yes it is. Cool. Yep, building a vacuum cleaner. Yes, just the middle half of my ship is broken. My worry about what's happening here and the fact that the collector's still not working is that as I push this piston out, it's just going to push those two things away. Rather than actually start sucking them up. So I would have thought that's in the collection radius of the collector. Is this one connected? Yep. So there's room for the thing to move it to. The collector is on. Stone's at 45,900. Piston head is complete. Functional. Sadly, grinders or drills on these boulders just destroy them, don't actually do anything useful to them. What I might need to do is actually move the piston and collect it back another block. You're empty? Yep. I have an idea. Yeah, Twisted DDT, this does look bad. This is bad. It's an interesting challenge though to fix. So there's that. Yeah, I'm either going to add it. I was debating between adding a hinge on the end or adding 3 collectors across in a row. So I was thinking conveyor and then put 3 of them and then put the 3 collectors across.
Inventory full.
Oops. Not sure which would be better. Hey, thanks me 22388 for 16 months. Oh. Yeah, rotor small grid pistons and a drill could do it. Yeah, that'll be the other option, is if I switch to small grid. I just worry that the collection rate's going to be too low. So what I might do, let's go hinge on here. This way. Take off the head. Add a small head. No, the collectors don't need any sort of setup, they just work. Hello, components. Hiding underneath there. And then, how big are these? Going to stick out too far. No! Alright, let's just go with 1 then. Try it with 1 and see how we go. I so rarely use collectors, I kind of want to use it even if it's not the best way. Oh wait, these have side ports. What am I doing? I need to add the thing. I know they have the little side ports and I could use them, but I kind of figured let's do it this way. Hey Sarum, I learned plenty from my accidents too. And that, honestly, that's kind of fun in a lot of ways. If there's stuff to be learned, if there's new ways to recover, to try. Okay, let's try this now. Oh, it's collecting. Definitely saw something get collected. 985. Oh, 4,000 got collected. Woo! Speedy. Oh, it's not passing through something. Do I need a sorter to pull this out? That's going to be annoying. No, it's not connected. How not connected? Do these ports not actually work? Oh, were they only on one? Wait. No, I thought they'd be on both sides. They're only on one side of it. No, they're on both sides, so there's large port on both sides of the middle one. Connected to large ports. Oh, I have a small port to the hinge. Of course I do. That's what's broken. Oh, dang it. That's not what I was saying. I didn't look at the back of the thing. Dum-dum. At least I know this works, so we're on the right track. I just have to not be stupid about how I do these things. And miss simple things like that. So now we want to go this. On that, you can place 2 of these. Or 3 of these, like this. Yeah, Bilbo, the reason I didn't attach it to this, like I didn't do what you said, just to do it to the side, was I think I was worried I'd need the articulation of the hinge to move left and right at some point to collect the last of this. I'm not sure that's going to be the case, but just in case it is, I figured I'd do it that way.
Inventory full.
Alright, let's test this. Yay! It goes through. Alright. This is not particularly quick, but it's a lot quicker than doing it by hand. Now it makes me wonder if I kind of angle off the side, can I push into it and get both collectors working? It's only the one on the left that's doing anything. let's try this. Okay, fair. The build time has slowed it down a bit. But yes, this is far more interesting to do and probably more interesting to watch. Yes, I'm clanging out against that. Oh yeah, I could have added more collectors to the top as well, couldn't I? But I think this is gonna collect it fast enough. I'll get the stone to be collected with the collector. I've built it, I may as well use it for everything. While that's working, I should probably start inspecting the rest of the damage. In fact, while that's working, I'm going to watch this clip of the crash.
Help.
Cool. How fast was I going? 25 meters a second. Yeah, I was going way too quickly. Oh, I was down to 12 when I hit. What the? No! Like, there. You kind of see two explosions. There's a flash. Oh no, that's the... No, there's a flash and then there's an explosion. See the flash that happens underneath? I think I collide with the ground multiple times. What? There's flash, flash, boom. I think that's why the armor didn't help. What the? Yes, thank you, Twitch, for telling me to watch myself live. No! Hey! Yeah, those skidder wheels might have been helpful then. That is true. That is true. It's glorious. Nice.
Energy low.
Collected.
Inventory full.
Swing this back the other way, collect that stone. I don't want to see if it'll collect those components on the ground. Just waiting for the sound. Ah, this. Yeah, 1,000. Let's see. I'm not sure. I don't think the collectors are going to hit the plates, actually.
Inventory full.
Let's just do it manually.
Inventory
At least it's giving me an
full.
easy cargo.
Inventory full.
Well, this system works. Oh, right. Going through a small cargo. Why did I do that?
Inventory full.
I definitely lost Izzy's inventory manager in this.
Inventory full.
Doesn't appear to be doing anything anymore.
Inventory full.
Hello, Cobalt. Yes, Trakua, you could have lined it up so the connectors were lengthways, but then I wouldn't have had the articulation one way, either left or right, in case I needed to push it that other way. So I decided to do it this way.
Inventory full.
Now I can attempt to actually replace the missing giant cargo container, which was the core of my linkage. My vehicle. They didn't pick up the components. That was me dumping them in when I was using the when I was doing it manually. They could transfer between themselves but couldn't transfer back into the rest of the rover. What are we doing under here?
Energy critical.
Yes, icy spotless jalapeno baby rage. Gotta love Twitch clip names. Well, I had been making progress this stream. I don't think I have made progress now.
No energy.
Fair enough, Eisen. Depends how you define progress. And yes, also, Stug, 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. The splitsy way. Sadly, that's true. Love to say it's not, but it is. Oh. What? How did I place it? Is it on the floor that I don't see?
Inventory
Ah, hello, construction
full.
components hiding in a corner. The other components hiding on weird spots. Gonna miss the open concept. I don't think anyone's gonna miss this cargo container just slapped on here though. See you, Matcha. this flaming thing. Then I rebuild the container that it was connected to, and then the front and back should be connected again. Thanks so much, Twisted DDT. Thanks for the bits, man. Yep. Yeah, that stuff like this feels bad, but it does fit into something I was talking about on stream with Capac yesterday, which is this might have been the sort of thing that would have made me stop playing when I was just playing for myself. But doing it on stream, it means I'm like, okay, that happened. Right, how do I best deal with this thing? Because, let's be honest, sometimes the entertaining bits are when things go catastrophically wrong. And yeah, that's a fair point. It's all in fun. Part of when I started doing like my original Let's Play thing with Survival Maybe, part of leaving in the mistakes was that it's a useful way to show how to deal with them. Because it means I can show ways that I've dealt with them in the past. I think it's fairly safe to say that my favorite playthrough to this point could well be it's tough. It's kind of I've kind of enjoyed each of them while I've been doing them, but then been glad it was kind of done when I was done. Oh, nuts. Welder. It's stealing all my motors. Okay, what else we got? Yep, I will get these back up and running too. But like, Survival Unlikely, I really enjoyed playing through. But to be honest, by the end of it, Capac and I had done so much with that save, I couldn't see where it was going to go. And so I was kind of happy to end it on a note that on a note of my own choosing. And similarly with Survival Maybe, I'd built that massive base and the only thing I had left to do was to leave, but it felt weird to do that and to just start again somewhere else in the world. Hey, thanks, Cameron. Thanks for 3 months. Yes, this should probably be titled Road Bump. Speaking of the road bump, I'm still resting on. And now you see one of the reasons why the vehicle we have in Wrong Way Up, the Jalopy, is built the way it is, because it minimizes the risk of this by using the 3x3 wheels, because you can get them much closer to one another. So you're left with much smaller gaps, making these moments much less likely. But I specifically wanted to try and do it this way this time, knowing that this was a risk. But yeah, it looks like the suspension's all just bit too soft, particularly for how fast I was going. I mean, now that I've got thrusters, I don't need to have the suspension so soft either. I can push it up a bit and keep that clearance a bit better because I can use the thrusters to get the extra oomph when I've only got a couple of wheels on the ground. I weirdly loaded up the start conditions of Survival maybe quite recently because people were having issues loading into it. Apparently it's because something, either Space Engineers has updated or Steam has updated, broke the ability to have an ellipsis in a save game that's published to the workshop. So getting rid of the survival maybe ... getting rid of the ... was all that was needed for making it work again. It's odd, because it had worked for ages, and the save works perfectly fine in normal play. It's just if you load it off the workshop, it doesn't work. Am I of the opinion that all my Let's Play series take place in the same canon? Nah, I don't even think about it, to be honest. I don't really have an opinion. There is sort of a canon that could allow that to be true, but I don't want to reveal what that is, because it gives away something else that I don't want to give away. You could possibly use skid wheels to protect the belly. I did have them on, but then they were taking up too much internal space because the suspensions are so long. And you do have to use ones with suspension to get any sort of useful protection. What am I doing? Placing programmable blocks. That's what I'm doing. Because I clearly lost that whole section. Like, this is where it all was. Oh, I lost a battery too. What was in the middle here? Did I just have another row of cargoes separating the two sides or something? No idea what was in the middle there. Oh. Yeah, maybe I did have O2H2s. I guess I could leave it open now. This gives me an opportunity to do more remodeling. Yay! The engine that was inside was this one. I don't know what else. No, Graz, I did not high-side myself violently, I low-sided myself violently. No. Still don't know what was in here. It was O2 gens down the bottom. Oh well. I've got plenty of them now that I've got those three on the back. Alright, let's rearrange how I'd done Izzy's stuff. Let's put first off. I think I'm going to change how Izzy's inventory manager runs as well. Iron Helix, I loaded up something related to Survival Impossible the other day and streamed it because I'm hoping to find some time, probably potentially even tomorrow, to do some work on it. I don't know when the recordings I do would come out because I think I've figured out what I needed to do to make Survival Impossible doable as a recording on a more regular basis. One of the problems I was facing with it was that it had gotten to a point where I'd built so much stuff that anything new I built was going to take so long that I couldn't really get a recording done in a reasonable time frame. And so it became this kind of big, scary, onerous task that kind of honestly made it hard, increasingly harder to find the motivation to do. And it's never good when you get to that point. So but I think I've come up with a way to improve that side of things so that I can enjoy myself again and hopefully get some good progress on it. Is this one actually in use? Is this the one not in use? This one is not in use. Bring Capac in as a villain. No. Capac's already in there sitting at his desk. But no. I don't think I ever want to put Capac in as a villain in anything. I don't like playing against him and he doesn't like playing against me. We know each other very, very well, and we've played a couple of competitive things in the past, and neither of us enjoy it. And yes, Capac is a better plucky sidekick. I might just put it here. Because yes, I'm still trying to work out where to put the programmable block. So, there's an argument to say that Capac's never the protagonist. Because the protagonist should go through some sort of developmental arc. I guess you could kind of say he's the protagonist in Survival Unlikely, and his growth there, but in other series, Capac intentionally does everything he can to not change. Which makes it hard to see him as the storyline protagonist in the traditional sense. Right, so I'm going to turn you off, and then I'm going to load up his inventory manager so that I can remember how to set it up, because I want to set it up properly this time. That's why I said traditional, Brzezinski. Because yes, Seinfeld was intentionally not. What was it against? Bottles, yes. locked. Hidden. Treat inventories that are hidden via disabling the terminal option. No. No sorting, no IAM. All balanced type containers. Ooh, do I want to do that? No. Ah, here I don't want. I want to assign my containers myself. Assign new containers first. So that should all be entirely disabled. Enable auto crafting, auto disassembling, false, auto crafting. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to set up.
Energy critical.
Then that'll be text panel auto crafting, and then it's what's the I think it's IIM main for the other one. And the LCDs for the one that was going to just show what I've got. Reactor handling, assembler cleanup. Internal item sorting, LCD panels, there we go. Now, cargo containers. Large industrial cargo container, so don't need industrial written in it. Large cargo container. This will have our this will be components, tools, ammo. Yeah, that's all, I think. Then the rest of these I wanted to keep as ores and ingots, all of the small ones. Because the idea behind that was that Izzy would fill up all of the little ones first with ores and ingots, and then once I look at the big one and it's looking full, I have to turn off the drills. That was the concept there. Because the drills will eventually push into the big container, but Izzy will try and take it out of it until it runs out of space to be able to. And then it'll just be overwhelmed. Ores, ingots, ores, ingots, ores, ingots for all of it. Components, tools, ammo. Then, fine, it can be put bottles as well. Okay. Did I not enable auto crafting? Did I forget to actually enable it? Enable auto crafting, true. Should have found it. Why didn't it find it? Oh, it just took a while. Alright, back to setting this up. Let's go 400 of that. Let's go 400 of that. Let's go 1,000 of those. Let's go 50 of those. 100 of those. 400 of those. Bunch of those. Medium color armor, 150 metal grid. Let's go up to 500. Motor, 1,000. It's fine. Radio communication should be at least enough for an antenna. Small tube. Solar cell. Fine, we can keep some because I haven't placed my things. And steel plate, let's go 2,500. Yeah, I guess I could, Gruz, set up a trigger for the drills automatically. However, the issue with that is I'd have to also make sure it turns off the pistons and everything. I guess that's not too hard. If I'm doing it anyway, I could set it up to turn off the pistons, the drills, and the thing, because otherwise I'm gonna end up breaking the drills. Guess that could work. Ooh, that's not what I want.
Energy critical.
I do need to be better at setting up automation for drills.
No energy.
It's not really a thing I do terribly much of. I should really do more. Give me my power. How's our stone? So basically out of stone. How am I going for iron? Okay, I've got quite a lot of iron. I'm fine. I've got plenty of resources for all that stuff to be made. The assembler's just got to work through a whole lot of stuff to catch me back up. I can turn the welders back on, I guess. Now I should go outside and grind off the cargo container growth. Same here. See you, Gruz. That was a painful experience. That was rough. Especially having just felt like I was getting on top of stuff with building these thrusters. Oh. No. At least we've open planned this a little bit, so I've got a bit more of a way to move through the ship. Which I think is better, because I didn't like the fact that I had to run all the way down one side just to run back up the other side. I did want there to be an ability to get across. Blueprint? Sure, let's blueprint it. There we go, we have a blueprint. I'm going to set my strength to 9%. Just give myself a little bit more clearance. And of course it's night again. So I can't really tell where I'm going. Chunk of ice by one of the wheels. What's that say? Small chunk of gravel by one. Don't see any ice. Oh, there it is.
Inventory full.
Where's my quickest access? Drills.
Inventory
It's
full.
actually a decent chunk of ice. Thanks, silly string parfait. You missed me smashing
Inventory full.
my my belly. Gave my rover a belly scratch and it did not appreciate it. Yeah, you missed what's in that clip that CPW just dropped. Hey, one of the thrusters is built. I should throw. Whoa! What the? What was that ice in my welder? Did not expect there to be ice in my welder.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Oh, they're burning so much power. Let's go.
Inventory full.
Yeah, I see.
Inventory full. Inventory
Ice
full.
is counted as an ore, so Izzy should shove it in anything that's got ores in the name. Thanks so much, Orsa, for the 10 gift subs. Thank you very much. Right. Let's get rid of that. This is not a vanilla skybox. In fact, while it's nighttime and things are just getting processed and all this is getting built, let's do a few things. Ah! Thanks for the 5 gift subs, Silly String Parfait. Thanks so much, guys. Right. So, mods. We got... What we got? We got... where am I at? Wrong Way Up Skybox. Do I want to call it Wrong Way Up Skybox? That's a pretty lame name. I kind of want to name this skybox something else. So, what are we going to call it? Ah! Thanks so much, an anonymous cheerer. Thank you very much, whoever dropped that. So, the skybox that you can see here is made from a collection... Let me actually get outside so you can see it. It's made from a collection of Hubble images that are obviously public domain because NASA. So it's made of a collection of nebula images all kind of stuck together to try and give a skybox that gives just barely enough light to see at night. So you can kind of see the terrain because of the amount of light in the skybox, but not enough to make it feel like night is bright. That was the aim with it anyway. I haven't seen the calibration image from James Webb as yet. Thanks, Nandgate. Thanks for 9 months. So I was trying to think of some. I thought I had a name that I can't think what it is now. Stargazer, Rainbow, Spectrum, Nebula, Skybox, Hubble, Skybox, Nefarious, Nebula. Let me go spectator and show you guys what the rest of it looks like. So you can see there's a whole bunch of different bits to it. I wanted it to feel different in each direction as well, while still being kind of consistent. Hubble's wrong skies. Wrong way, Hubble. Oh yeah, I was gonna do something about, like, don't navigate by these stars. Because, you know, my sense of direction. Delusions of Electric Sheepbox. Celestial Discotheque. Red Knight. Close to home. Don't look down? The sky's a box. Come on. I feel like there's something that'll just be like, yeah, it's that. Second star to the right, and what? Breadcrumbs in the sky? Just hubbling along. In the year 2742. Oh dear. Alien Skies. Southern Double Cross. Ooh, I kind of like Southern Double Cross. Delusions of Mediocrity. Splitsy in the Sky with Diamonds. Splitsy in the Sky lost. Splitsy in the Sky. No. Can't think. Hubble Gum. I kind of like Hubble Gum. Hubble Gum? Sure. Let's go with that. There you go. Hubble Gum. So let's get rid of those because it's published, and that will rewrite it. Actually, do I want to rewrite the other one? Maybe I can. We'll see. See what happens. So what I've got is we got the textures in there. That's fine. Data. I think that's just defines the. Yeah. That's all good. So all I need now is the thumbnail, which means Photoshop. No, not photos. Photoshop. And Steam. I have a lot of screenshots. Oh, that's not what I want as the thumbnail. Oh, not what I meant to press. Control Alt I, 1280. No, that's wrong again. All right, now we can bring it in. So that's the Soylent Nebula. I did take some screen caps previously. Let me see if I can find them. So these are the ones I took during the other stream. I reckon the one with the daylight coming over the mountain looks heaps better. And this is a much nicer shot. So I should have actually opened up one of my other thumbnails that I've done. This one. Because then I could copy everything else across. Should I leave the owl coming from over the ridge? All right, I'll leave the owl. But let's do let's do something with it. Edit, transform, flip horizontal. Don't feel right in that position. Maybe about there. There? Oddly up there I think feels better. I think it needs to be smaller too. It's too much the same size as the title font. Then what I need to do is some curves adjustments to really make that pop out. Yep. Yeah, Photoshop Greebles. This is what it is. This is what I do with my thumbnails. This is what I go through to make a thumbnail. There we go. Cool. That should be something I should save on my NAS in Space Engineers Splitsy Workshop. Here, folder. Bubblegum. Then also need to save the JPEG. And make sure that it is not too big. Can this go up to max? Yeah. Bubblegum thumb. Alright, I got my thumbnail ready. Now we can go and paste it in here. And now we go back to Space Engineers, having taken advantage of this time and gotten some refining and building and stuff done. But also burnt a whole lot of power because that got finished. Let's just grind this off quickly. Of course, I forgot that I still would have ice in the welders, because surely a hot welder would store ice. Makes sense. Oops. And once I've just quickly done this, I'll go back into the menu and I'll publish that to the workshop and make it public. Iron Helix, I've spent a lot of time in Photoshop over the years, so I also one kind of Christmas / summer break in when I was at uni, I sat down and went through an entire video course in Photoshop, some of which I still remember. And we'll do our part and send it to the front page. This one you can send to the front page without me feeling guilty, because this one took effort. This was actually really hard to balance all of the different images so that they blended well and didn't look just totally broken when you saw it in game. I have not published the turret mod. That's another thing on the to-do list. So, Hubblegum. Publish. Yes. Skybox. Steam. I think it should be able to go to mod.io. Let's find out. There's no scripting in it. Yes, you can stack speed modules on refineries and assemblers. Arcathorn. TFE, no. It is not visible on the workshop. Go have a look for it. Built from a collection of Hubble images of nebulae, Hubble images. This skybox should provide a small amount of light at night, but not enough to make lights pointless. Enjoy the rainbow skies. Back to my item. Change visibility, public. And yes, some people already found it because I had included it in the wrong way up scenario. It's odd to me that Steam still hasn't added a link for Twitch. But it's got Sketchfab. Cool. There we go. Let's get a link for you guys. Share. Because this is all really, really tiny. Because there's no scaling in the Steam overlay. And I'm running in 4K, so it's super duper tiny. Mod.io, error accessing service. Great. Well, it's not publishing to mod.io for the moment, so I'll deal with that at a later stage. Actually, that's a very good point, Awesome Tomaso. Just be glad they haven't monetized the workshop. Yes, do not monetize workshop. Probably would be bad. Mod.io is the workshop for Xbox. Didn't there isn't a there's no way to do that without making a mod. You would have to make a mod to change the size of ores on asteroids. Hooray! So we have the thing on the workshop. Enjoy! I actually did it this time. Oh, hang on. Enjoy your new shiny rainbow bubblegum. I can't speak. Type, I mean. Wow. Brain, no worky. Actually, I've got it open over here. I can do this. Splitsy is already a millionaire who has millions of love dollars from all of us. My fortune is in Lego. Yeah, on the Lego thing. Have I got a notification from the post office that my thing that I ordered is coming? It's on its way. Okay, it arrived at the distribution center up where I live this morning, so there's a good chance it could arrive today. Ooh. So what I ordered was a TV stand. Did I show off the picture before? Can I find it without it being horrible? Oh, I don't know. So I've been building a set for making my Lego streams down in my garage, and there's a whatchamacallit. There's some curtains that I put up to block off the fridges down there, so you can't see them. And in front of the curtains, I'm gonna put my other half's old TV on a TV stand so that I can put things like, thanks to all my patrons, thanks to all this stuff, put my logo up there. If I did like a sponsored Lego stream, I could put the sponsor logo up there, that sort of thing. Also put funny things up there like Capacs smashing into each other for backdrop. All those kinds of bits and pieces. What's in the fridges? In the fridges, there is some wine, Charlie's food, and some beer. That's pretty much all that's in the fridges. Yeah, a video whiteboard effectively, but just something I can use as a interesting backdrop / I was also contemplating using it for chat, but I don't know how that'll work, or if that'll work particularly well or not. Yeah, silly string. Don't forget to enjoy the mod. No. I would not give my dog alcohol. That would not be okay. It's not good for dogs. It's not good for a lot of people too. I'm going to move these stairs. I know we were going with the graded half stairs because I wanted to make them compact, but they are nearly impossible to walk up whenever the Rover is slightly off kilter. So I'm going to be moving them, making them big wide ones. Put them there, and then I can walk up here. There. That there. I think I might have worked out where to put my survival kit. Oh. Big cargo container is full. Okay. Where else can I move this to? There we go. I think having my survival kit under the stairs there is pretty much right. Oh! Poop.
Inventory full. Inventory full.
Where's the survival kit? Assembler there. Am I ever going to make a guest appearance on Vanguard? I don't know. It's always at a time that's really bad for Capac and I. And it always has been. Even with the random changes of time, it just never seems to be at a time that would work for us. So even if we wanted to, it's just never worked out. So I don't know. Plus, it's also up to Wasted whether he wants us. He probably gets sick of us after all the RimWorld time. Wasted could probably just put together a soundboard. Yeah, certainly with Capac he could. There we go, I think that makes a lot more sense. Finally moved the survival kit from being elevated above. Now, are my engines running? Yes. My battery's full. Oh wow, my 4 batteries are completely full. I have an excess of power. That's unexpected. I really didn't think that was going to be the case. That's not bad. Actually, I'm not going to build more of those. Let's drive. We were supposed to be driving when everything blew up. Let's ride. Whoosh! Well, that tree scared me for a second then. This thing is so low slung. There we go, now we've popped up a bit. Got 16 minutes of power when the thrusters are going. This is more of a luxury cruise liner size, although probably fairly small for one of them. It's more like a river cruise, if you compare to real world size cutting crew. Why did I move the survival kit to the bottom? Because I think it's safe there. I don't know. I am trying to find silver so that I can make a backup spawn point. Yeah, this one does not handle like a bistro. I'm pretty sure there's silver that's the same materials on Pertum as there is on the other planets. I just don't know where. Handles more like a supermarket. Maybe. Oh. Braking is difficult. Braking is difficult. She's built like a steakhouse, but handles like a drunken walrus on a unicycle. Yeah, something like that. Oh, this takes me back to driving the Goose. Thrusters on, thrusters off. Yeah, with the wheels this strong, I'm substantially less likely to bottom out. Can anyone remember off the top of their head what the range of the assault cannon is? Oh, I found gold! $1,400 meters. Oh, inbound mosquito. Will it have enough thrust to get to me? Yes, it will. Let's try and turn around a bit. Outside lock range. I can't see the research base from this angle. Come on, come on. No, it won't say the range in the G menu. It says the auto-aiming range in the G menu. Oops, didn't mean to I also really didn't mean to fire, but it's such a beefy sound, it's kind of fun anyway. Come on. Come on. I'm in range of my Gatlings. Dang it. And gravity not being accounted for. I'm gonna take so much damage here. Oh. I keep accidentally tapping. You know, ow! Okay, apparently I did get suffocated in there. Ooh. I need to be repair crew. I'm taking fire. Oh, they really need to make bullet drop be accounted for with the AI targeting. No! You little jerk. I don't think I've got a gun on me. I don't. It's staying far enough away that I can't hit. Also, maybe you should be turned off. You're just not gonna... You're not gonna hit. Ah! Oh, it took out a wheel! Wow. That's something. I'm really lucky that it took out the wheel there. Okay, so survived that. I'm actually going to do something really mean and wrap up the stream here because I've got something I have to do shortly. Which means I can't continue, but it does mean that the next time I stream this, we're going to be attacking that research base. Which will get fun. Once I can find a firing angle to use the assault cannon turret on. He's got a prime number of wheels now. Yep. I'm actually going to turn the AI aiming radius off on that. Just turn it. Whoop! Turn it back on. So, next time, it's time to take on that research base, and then I can grab some of that gold I just found and get yield modules. Which would be delightful. Since I've apparently got enough power, I don't need to have power efficiency modules anymore. Fix up my damaged cockpit. I will be back on Monday with some more Wrong Way Up. And hopefully be recording some more Survival Impossible very soon so I can get it up for you. As Wrong Way Up will be back this week, and then we'll be taking a 1 week break while I'm away. So I'm hoping I can possibly get Survival Impossible out during that, but we'll see. We'll see. So there's all that and plenty more to come. And go and enjoy that skybox mod. I'll see you all then. Thanks for coming. Bye.